Good morning, community. My name is Govind, and today we're going to talk about something very interesting, which I feel it is um, energizing and something new, something fresh. This Saturday, I attended an event, and it was by none other than Royal Enfield. So this time, Royal Enfield had given an open invite where they would wanted to interact with the customers and actually give out their idea about what's coming up next. And very interestingly, I don't know how many of you know this name called Flying Flea. So the people who are a little bit into vintage bikes or a little bit into Royal Enfield history, they would know what I'm talking about. And Flying Flea is nothing but a motorcycle developed in the 1940s because it was required for the war front. So it's basically a kit bike which they dropped from the parachute, and hence the name Flying Flea. So these bikes were used for navigating through the narrow roads and used it in the war. So that's a little bit of Flying Flea. And then what you have to understand here is the word lightweight. So because anything has to be dropped from the air, it has to be lightweight. So hence these bikes were built light so that they can be dropped from a parachute or from the aircraft, right? And which came down through parachutes. So fast forward 2025, in the year which we are in now, and what is the significance today? So today Royal Enfield is looking to get new set of customers for their lineup. And why would anybody not ride a Royal Enfield? So usually the traditional thing says that Royal Enfield bikes are heavy. Royal Enfield bikes make a certain kind of a sound. Royal Enfield bikes is not for everyone. Royal Enfield bike has to have a certain kind of personality, somebody who is huge, somebody who can sit and manage the bike. And that's the idea of a Royal Enfield. Anybody hesitates to talk about Royal Enfield, that's the one thing that's going to come into your head. But interestingly now, the company is trying to change that part of the story, and they're trying to introduce an electric bike, and it's called the C6. Now, so basically, it's a Flying Flea is again from Royal Enfield. The naming Flying Flea as a subsidiary company under Royal Enfield, and under Flying Flea, the first bike is C6. And I'll show you some beautiful visuals which you can see right now in the background of the bike. The first impression of the bike looks different. Now when I say different, in terms of it's unique, it's quirky, it's made of the lightest materials. It's made of aluminum. The entire chassis and the subframe is aluminum, and it's got a different kind of a suspension. It's got a nice looking classic headlight kind of a thing, and everything else is brand new in terms of the switch gears, the quality of switch gears, the perception of clean flowing design. And it's Royal Enfield's category of getting their, what do you say, a lightweight electric mobility solution for the urban cities, which got, I did not know any specifications and details because they were not very much there in terms of telling us what's the range, was the thing. But what the showcase was, what is coming, what are we, what we should be excited about, and enjoy the bike in terms of how you like it and how it looks and what it is meant to be and things like that, to educate the customers around Bangalore. It was done in a very well nice place called Sabha, and which is a place in Bangalore where it's an old building where it was done, where it's more like a exhibition, art exhibition. This motorcycle is Royal Enfield's kind of art kind of a bike, where the design, everything is free flowing. It's inspired like that, and then it's supposed to be like that, feel like that. So yeah, those were the first impressions of the bike. And yeah, so what Royal Enfield is looking here is for the brand new customers, the Gen Z customers, to make it look cool, to make it functional, to make it the TFT screen is full. They've made a touch screen out of it. It's a touchscreen TFT. The interface is beautiful. It's clean. Everything what you dreamt of to be on the console, now it has it. It has everything. It's got like as you can just see going through the screen. You can see a lot of things here in terms of you can access Google Maps, you can access your music, you can access Just in a press of a button, you can like your call assist, voice assist, and which works. So which they have a demo there, they were showing us how it works and how it thinks. And here you can also set a lot of things individually, like how much power you think you should cap it up. You can set up the cap up where you wanted to cap it up at 40%, 60%, where the maximum throttle is, or how you want the bike to. You can individually set your traction, individually set your regen mode, individually set your brake regen, how much you want to do. So it's a lot of what do you say, customized things according to your riding taste. So which is not so it's got 3 modes where it's got like road, rain, and thing. But other than that, also you can customize. You can customize how you want it. So the bike becomes your own. It becomes your thing, and it's a very fresh idea. And I believe Royal Enfield is going in the right way. I think this year, I think this next 10-15 years belongs to India in all front. Like we are actually making a statement, and now we're seeing this make in India, made in India motorcycles, which are getting up to the competition of the other manufacturers, and the quality perception, everything, right? So we are stepping up. So the game is we're getting into that field, and I think it's this time is our time to encourage more number of people to understand, to support these kind of new things, like that can be just not Royal Enfield, like Royal Enfield, Aether, Ultraviolet. There are so many Indian companies who are trying to build something for us, something mobility. There's other one called Aethon. Aethon is it's a built 4x4 vehicle which can go everywhere. It is also made in India, made in Bangalore, made in Karnataka, in Bangarpet, and things like that. There's so many things which is happening, exciting news around automotive industry and things like that. And I think this is the best time for us to actually live in this moment. And yeah. So me being an automobile enthusiast, my thing is I'm not I'm not a journalist, I'm not a YouTuber, I'm not. What I am is a guy who likes motorcycles, and actually trying to build a community of like-minded people. So please do comment anything on wherever you're seeing this, is because that will help me just to understand and feel good that I'm not talking to a wall, but actually talking to actual people, and actually start a conversation about if you have any questions regarding this, or any questions, and what is that and how you feel, and any kind of a conversation. Try to please keep it positive. I know my language might not be my language is not very fluent, very strong. I'm a stammer in between and things like that, but this is me being natural. I'm not an actor where camera is something what do you say, it's new to me and I'm still getting used to it. So yes, anything positive to talk about, anything else you want me to add, anything else you want me to know, please do let's start a conversation there. And I'll try to answer those questions, or whatever I know knowledge, or even you can tell me something which I don't know, which will help us both ways, and actually build a community where we're talking motorcycles, and getting the next generation ready also in terms of how the future of mobility is. So in the event which I went, they gave me this beautiful stickers. It says Flying Flea, the parachute, and everything. It looks nice. The event was really good, well organized, felt premium, felt nice, felt good being there. Spoke to the designers, spoke to people who made this Flying Flea and what is their idea behind the bike. So it looks really nice visually when you look at the bike. You can see me, I'm sitting, share some pictures where I'm sitting on the bike, and the bike looks so puny, but I'm 6 foot tall, and then it's fun. I'm like, kid bike, it's supposed to be like that, and it's fun. And then looking forward to it. Hopefully we will be getting this bike somewhere next year, and excited to see how it rides. And yes, thank you for watching. You guys have a nice day, right? And see you in the comments. Tada, bye bye.